Sameach, Chag Sameach, yai, lai, 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 lai.
Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach, yai, lai, 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 lai. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai, lai, 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 lai. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai, lai, 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 lai. Join us.
Chag Sameach,
Chag Sameach,
yai, lai, 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 lai.
Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach,
Yai, lai, 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 lai. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai, lai, 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 lai. Shiru, 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 Chag Sameach, yai, lai, 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 lai.
Hag Sameach, everyone.
Chag Sameach.
Shana Tova. I hope the new year is off to a great start for everyone. Welcome to another opportunity for us to figure out how to be together in person, to celebrate our Judaism, to rejoice, to pray outdoors. And it's working for us. So, yay.
Beautiful day.
We're grateful for the great weather. Personally, I'm in sales, not in management, so I can't take any credit for that. Oh, that's such a bad joke. Okay.
I thought you were in service.
Even better, even better.
So, Rabbi Schwartzman, on Simchat Torah,
It's your song. Talk about it.
on Simchat Torah for the
Over to you.
past 100 years, we've been singing this song, V'taher Libenu,
Because it's your favorite.
because it's my favorite and because I grew up with it. And I don't even know if it goes with Simchat Torah. But I grew up with it, and so we've been doing it, right? It doesn't feel like Simchat Torah without V'taher Libenu. So if you want to follow along in the prayer books, you're all using your our festival prayer book, page 650. And we should also say hi to those people who are at home. I don't know which camera we're on, but we're on Rob's camera. Hey, everybody at home. And you can hopefully follow along also with the festival prayer book that's on our website. It's page 650. V'taher Libenu. So here are the words. Can we start at the B section for a minute? So here are the words. Repeat after me. La la,
La la.
la la la,
La la la.
la la la, la la la, la la la.
I think I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. I have
Okay,
it
so
down.
that's the song. The rest of it
There's
is
a
easy
pattern here.
peasy. Yes. So let's do that part in with the music. Yai la 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 Okay, here's the easy part. Here's the easy part. Here we go. V'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, le'avdecha be'emet. V'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, le'avdecha. Now the hard part. La 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 la. La 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 ya la 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 V'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu le'avdecha be'emet, v'taher libenu, v'taher, big ending, v'taher libenu le'avdecha be'emet. Let's hear for our band. Our family band is here this year, and we're so happy that they're helping us to dance in Simchat Torah tonight with a little bit of a klezmer sound. Rabbi Schwartzman.
As we always do, let us begin our holiday with the lighting of the Yom Tov lights. I'm grateful to Nora Tribitz, who is a board member of Tristy, our youth group, who's going to light our candles for us as we sing the blessing, which is on page 120.
384.
Oh, sorry, which is on page 384. I forgot.
Close to 120. Right there, almost.
Right, and after we sing the blessing, as Nora lights the candles, we'll slide right into the Shehechianu, because it is indeed a joyful time, and we must raise that up, where we need more of those in the world. So over to you, Nora, for the lighting. Cantors.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom Tov, shel Yom
And the Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu,
Sing it out.
v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen.
And won't you join me in a reading for the holiday of Simchat Torah at the bottom of page 389. And just a reminder, thanks to everyone, even though we're outside, we are keeping our masks on when we're not speaking at the microphone. So I'll put mine back on in a few moments, but please help us with that. Thank you so much. Won't you join me? May our eyes sparkle with the light of Torah. May our ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to our soul. May the syllables draw holiness from our heart, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to us and all God's creatures.
And so if it's comfortable for you, we invite you now to rise for the main part of our service, beginning with Baruch Hu, which is on page 394.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach.
On page 397, we read this reading of the evening for Simchat Torah. Hafoch ba v'hafoch ba d'chola va. If you would join me, turn Torah and keep turning it, for everything can be found in it. Keep your eyes attached to it. Spend your lifetime in its study. Never budge from it, for there is no better way of life than this. And then we turn the page to 399, again for a special reading for Erev Simchat Torah. Source of life, every year you plant within us a new tree of life. May it be your will that this year our Torah blossoms with kindness and not cruelty, wisdom and not foolishness, awareness and not thoughtlessness. May you teach us a Torah of love that will nourish us in every season. We join in the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
be seated. And we join together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'vetecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot ayadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam amezuzot betecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. And on page 406, we remember that what we just chanted about in the Be'ahavta, the love of God and the passing down of religious traditions and our ways of life, are not possible without freedom. And so we celebrate that freedom that the Israelites achieved at the sea with Micha Mocha. On page 411, we continue with this special prayer for Simchat Torah Vayidaber Moshe.
וידבר משה אל מועדי אדוני אל בני ישראל.
In just a moment, we're going to join together in the Amidah, and there's an important change that comes with Simchat Torah, which is that instead of saying the section of the Amidah and Gevurot, asking God to cause the wind to shift to rain dew upon us, now we ask for the wind to shift and the rain to fall.
Except not tonight.
Not tonight. No, we will do it. When will we do it, Ken?
No, I mean, we don't want the rain to come tonight.
Okay, yes,
Yeah,
not
we will
tonight.
say
No,
that,
no rain tonight.
but it's only
in
like-
Eretz Yisrael. Yes,
in Eretz
yes,
Yisrael,
in Eretz Yisrael.
exactly.
This is the time that they
Right.
need the rain. It's the only time that they get rain.
Exactly.
So you can get, very bored with the forecast in Israel in the summer, right? It says sunny, warm, but this is the time when we're getting ready for rain. So when we think of Jews all over the world saying the Amidah tonight and celebrating Simchat Torah, the Amidah connects us to Jews all over the world. And if you are able to rise and it's safe and comfortable for you to rise, we're on page 468.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 470. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh Hakol, V'zocher Chaste Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Page 472. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol, Atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofe Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'emanata lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol.
Please join me responsively in the middle of page 473. Remember those whose hearts poured out to you like water, who trusted that the journey would lead to you. For Abraham and Sarah's faith, do not withhold water. Remember the one chosen for her words. Please take some water. And remember the one whose blood was almost spilled like water.
For Rebekah
and Isaac's righteousness grant water. Remember how Jacob crossed the river to wrestle in the waters of his conscience. Recall the sisters' tears, their waters of birth, their tents of peace.
For Jacob, Rachel, and Leah, fill the earth with needed water.
Livracha v'lo liklala, l'chaim v'lo lamavet, l'sova v'lo lerazon. For blessing and not for curse, for life and not death, for abundance, not want. Page 474. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom, yehalelucha sela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. We continue on page 478. Ata v'chartanu mikol ha'amim, ahavta otanu v'ratzita banu. You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot, drawing us close to your service, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. Please join me. In your love, Adonai our God, you have given us feasts of gladness and seasons of joy. This festival of Erev Simchat Torah, season of rejoicing, to unite in worship and recall the exodus from Egypt. And we continue on page 480.
Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, ya'aleh v'yavo, v'yizacher zichronenu, וזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך, לטובה ולחן ולחסד ולרחמים ולחיים ולשלום ביום העצמיני חד חצרת הזה. זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה, ופוקדנו בו לברכה, והושיענו בו לחיים. This day remember us for well-being. This day bless us with your nearness. This day help us to a fuller life. Let's join together in the final blessing of this section of our service, bottom of page 482. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim.
We continue on page 484. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu b'amcha Yisrael. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel. Accept our prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shachinato letzion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. And please join me on the top of page 487. Our ancestors acclaimed the God whose handiwork they read in the mysterious heavens above and in the varied scene of earth below, in the orderly march of days and nights, of seasons and years, and in the checkered fate of humankind. Lift up your eyes, look up. Who made these stars? Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulcha na'eh lahodot. And on the top of page 489, please join me in this prayer for peace. Give me no gift of weapons, nor feelings of victory. I want no triumph. Let me fight but lose. Give me heroic stubbornness and love, unending heart to give friendship without measure, to forgive without end. Only grant me strong, bright senses to bring happiness, to help, to hear the needs of even a pulse beat, the call of any person. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, Bashalom. We take a few moments for silent reflection.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו
On page 558, we join together in a brief Hallel, psalms of praise on this special holiday, this Chag. I invite you, if you feel comfortable, to please rise. Page 558. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu לקרוא את ההלל. We join together in Psalm 118, Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, praise you, God, for all that is good in our lives.
Well, we're at that special moment where I'm going to be handed the Carpathian Torah. And we're going to then, we're going to dance in just a moment. So exciting. I don't think we've done the dancing outside for maybe 20 years or 15. It's not a lot. Many years ago we did this. So let me explain what we're going to do. And hopefully, clergy friends, please correct me for all the things that I tell you that's wrong. So, because we're kind of making this up as we go. But we are going to be dancing with the five, we're going to leave the Torahs on the table, right? But we're going to invite all of our clergy to take a Torah to begin the Torah service. And so that we don't have to, though. We can do whatever. Let's have a little clergy meeting.
You're our symbolic,
Right.
you are, we are Yotze through you. You're doing it for all of us.
Got it. So I'm the, okay. So we're, So we have beautifully placed on this table are there 4 Torahs there?
There are 4 over there,
4
yeah.
Torahs there. So instead of dancing with the Torah like we normally do and pass it around so that we don't pass germs, we're going to dance around the Torahs. So you can, with the great music that our band is going to provide, you can have some Torah dancing. If you don't want to hold hands with people, we're going to do it the Orthodox way, and we have string that you can hold and dance with someone via string. See, Reformed Jews, we kind of keep going all the way around from
There we go.
one end of the spectrum to the other.
So if you want to, if
Yeah,
you're
ribbons.
letting people know you would prefer to dance through string, pick up a string, and other people will grab your string. Okay, so it'll all work
So-
out. Young people, they're flags for young and old.
Young people flags on the table.
Kenner Shaka, would you explain even though it's a
You
little
can only have a
later,
flag if you're a young
the
person.
opening?
Right.
Will you explain the opening, even though it's a little later, so we know what to do?
Right.
when
So
it
then
happens?
we're going to dance for a little while, and when whoever's at some point, the rabbis are going to grab one of our Torahs and we're going to unroll it. And when you see that start to happen, we need to then get everyone to hold the Torah, socially distanced, but hold the Torah, and we're going to actually go, and we have to do this so we can make sure that we have light to read the Torah and we can get it on camera too. So we're going to kind of go like in a semicircle from around, starting about this concrete pole here, and then all the way around to back to where we are. If we can make that happen, we'll need your help holding the Torah, and then we'll read the end of Deuteronomy, the beginning of Genesis, and then we'll finish our service. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah. Are we all good? At home, do you all understand what we're doing? Okay. So, as we take the Torah and get ready to begin our Torah service, please join us in song, Torah, Torah, Torah. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Let's all join together in the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Ana Adonai Hoshiana. Ana Adonai Hotzlichana. Ana Adonai Anenu V'yom Koreinu Anenu 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 V'yom Koreinu Anenu 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 V'yom Koreinu Dober Adonai Hoshiana. Dober Adonai Hatzlichana. Ana Adonai Onenu V'yom Koreinu Anenu 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 V'yom Koreinu Anenu 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 V'yom Koreinu. Let's see some good dancing.
Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila ve'nismecha. Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila ve'nismecha. Hava neranena, Hava neranena, Hava neranena ve'nismecha. Hava
Eilech Hamdalibi, Usana ve'alna titalei. Eilech Hamda, Hamdalibi, Usana ve'alna titalei. Eilech Hamda, Hamdalibi, Usana ve'alna titalei. Eilech Hamdalibi, Usana ve'alna titalei. Eilech Hamda, Hamdalibi, Usana ve'alna titalei. Eilech Hamda, Hamdalibi, Usana ve'alna titalei. ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה. הללויה, 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 הללויה. ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה. הללויה, 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 הללויה. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם, העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם, העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם, העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם, העולם עומד. הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום, שלום, שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום, שלום, שלום עליכם. שבתם מים בששון ממעייני הישועה, שבתם מים בששון ממעייני הישועה. מים, 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 הם מים בששון, מים, 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 הם מים בששון. היי, 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 מים, 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 מים בששון, מים, 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 מים בששון. שבתם מים בששון ממעייני הישועה, שבתם מים בששון ממעייני הישועה. מים, 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 הם מים בששון, מים, 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 הם מים בששון. היי, 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 מים, 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 מים בששון, מים, 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 מים בששון. עם ישראל חי, 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 Yisrael Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Am Yisrael 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 Chai. Od Avinu 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 Perfect. We got to the end. Woohoo! Rabbi Schwartzman, is it possible to get all of the people that are in Deuteronomy to actually take a step backwards so we'll be able to get that on camera? Yes, take a mic.
Wow. Can I just mention that if you're a young person and you like to stand in the middle, we'd love you to be with us to see everything. Have a look around. Isn't it beautiful? You know, it took someone an entire year to do this work by hand, poured love into the telling of our story. You are holding up history of our people, the legacy of our people, the values of our people, God's commandments. Rabbi Sachs, let's find some interesting stuff. So thank you, Larry, for holding up Genesis, which is where we're going to end tonight. I'm looking for, hey, I bet we can find, well, first of all,
Right here is Noah. We've got the story of Noah right here.
any Noah's crowd? Here's your story. All right, I'll find one. You find. I want to tell everybody that a book ends with a space like this. If you see a big space like this, it's the end of a book. So here we have the end of Genesis and the beginning of Exodus. Rabbi Sachs, I know that you and the cantors love this section over here. Here, thank you, Lauren, you are holding the Song of Songs. And Julie Kreichman is holding the Ten Commandments. Okay, that's big stuff. Rabbi Sachs, what have you found?
So this is all the book of Genesis and Exodus. And here we have the... Hello, can you hear me? The beginning of Leviticus, God calls to Moshe from the Mishkan.
Leviticus, thank goodness, is ending over there.
And here the book of Numbers begins, the journeys in the wilderness.
Don't pass the blessing.
And we have the Yivarech here, the blessing of God bless you and keep you, God watch over you, and God give you peace. We use it all the time for baby namings, b'nai mitzvah, things.
Oh, thank you. We found the new book.
Eila Hadvarim. This is the book of Devarim, Deuteronomy.
How about the Shema? It's right coming up here. It's right. This is a large chapter 4.
We've got the Ten Commandments again here.
Ten Commandments again.
Repetition of the Ten Commandments, because you can't just say that once, right?
Here's a Shema.
The Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai.
Echad. Thank you, Prices, for holding the Shema. And I think we're at the end.
Okay.
Are you a reader?
So I'm going to do it.
Okay. We'll have the blessing.
So one of the special things we get to do on Simchat Torah is we finish the last words of the book of Deuteronomy at the very end of the Torah, and then we right away go back and begin all over again, and we read the first words of Genesis, so that next week, the next time we read a weekly portion from the Torah, it's going to be the very first portion from Genesis. So this is part of what we do this evening, is I'm going to ask all of you to join in the blessing over the Torah, and then I'm going to chant these last words of Deuteronomy. Then we will have... and then we will have Cantor Shakit begin the Torah again. So would you join me? Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael kemoshe, asher yeda'o Adonai panim el panim, lechol ha'otot v'hamoftim, asher shlacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim, לפרעה ולכל עבדיו ולכל ארצו ולכל היד החזקה ולכל המורא הגדול אשר עשה משה לעיני כל ישראל. חזק v'nitchazek. These words that told us that there will never be a prophet like Moses who spoke to God face to face.
And now we immediately start the Torah reading all over again. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et haaretz v'haaretz hayet tohu vavohu v'choshech al pnei tehom Veruach Elohim rachefet al pnei hamayim, vayomer Elohim yihi or, vayhi or, vayar Elohim et haor ki tov, vayavdel Elohim ben haor uven hachoshech, vayikra Elohim laor yom, v'lachoshech kahar alayla, Vayerev vayivoker yom echad. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
While the Torah is open, and as Simchat Torah is a time of Yizkor, let us take a moment to think about all those people in our lives, in our families, who in their own way upheld the Torah, whom we miss, who have a yahrzeit perhaps at this season, or who you're thinking about, perhaps someone who died in the last year. And before we roll the Torah, we're going to speak their names in gratitude for their lives and the impact that they made on our lives. So we're going to go around, and if you have a name to say, someone whose yahrzeit falls at this time, someone who died in the last year, or someone's name you'd like to say, we're going to go around and do that. Just going to have to do it with a good loud voice wherever you are. The names can be mingled because our thoughts and our love is mingled. I don't want to miss anyone in the back. Thank you. We can say names at the same time. Thank you. Thank you. everyone who died from COVID. George? I'm going to say him. Yeah, I'm going to say Rabbi Berkowitz. Soup. We especially remember Rabbi Laszlo Berkowitz, who always read Deuteronomy and who died in the last year. May all of their memories be a blessing. Ken or Shaka, where are you? We were just going to do names, so we're ready to sing a little bit more. We honored all of those people, and you yourselves are upholding the Torah now. We thank you for that and for all the ways that each of us hold up our Jewish tradition throughout the year. And now we're going to roll the Torahs, we're going to sing, and we're going to close it down.
Yeah, we're going to sing Eitz Chaim as we prepare to roll the Torahs. So the Torah actually gets rolled, just so you know, from this side all the way back the way it came. Band, Eitz Chaim. And now our favorite Mi Sinai tune, all the way from Sinai.
And Moses. Got me a job at the temple, rolling up the Torah on Shabbat, scrolling through the scripture, fills me up with rapture, feeling like a mocker even though I'm not. Hey, Torah, keep on turning, Jewish people keep on learning,
Rolling,
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 rolling, rolling up the Torah,
rolling,
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 rolling, rolling up the Torah.
early every Saturday morning.
Can't do singing loud, we can stay awake. Minions getting skittish, waiting for the kiddish, lunging for the herring and the honey cake. Big Torah keep on turning, Jewish people keep on learning.
Rolling,
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 rolling, rolling up the Torah.
rolling,
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 rolling up the Torah.
every Shabbat.
The ruckus,
Dying for the COVID of the Baruch, up for an aliyah where everyone can see you. Bubby Shep and knockers 'cause they're calling on you.
big Torah, keep on turning. Yai lai 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 lai, ya la lai la la lai la la lai, ya lai la lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. V'tahel ibeinu, v'tahel ibeinu, v'tahel ibeinu le'avdecha be'emet, v'tahel ibeinu, v'tahel ibeinu, v'tahel ibeinu le'avdecha be'emet. Yai lai, ya la lai, ya la lai, la la lai, la la lai, yai lai, la lai, 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 yai lai, 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 yai lai, 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 lai. V'tahel ibeinu, v'tahel ibeinu, v'tahel ibeinu le'avdecha be'emet. We are going to end everyone with the Kiddush for the festival. If you want to follow along, it is on page 386. Page 386.
Please rise for the Kiddush, page 386. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol am, v'romamanu mikol hashon, v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava, moadim lesimcha, chagim uzmanim lesason, et yom chag hashmini. I did the same thing you did. Chag hatzeret hazeh, sman simchatenu, mikra kodesh, zecher letziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kiddashta mikol ha'amim. Umoadei kodshecha, b'simcha u'sason hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, mikadesh Yisrael ve'hazmanim. And shechianu, baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh. Amen. L'chaim. Chag Sameach, Shana Tova.
Rabbi, want to bless us out? One of you rabbis? Go for it. Bless us out.
May it be a year of bringing Torah's lessons to the world, a year of fullness, community, and peace.
Amen.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.